Many parents already know swim lessons can be a never ending cycle, which drains both time and money, with little progress and lots of frustration. Imagine a solution where your child learns to swim in as little as 1 week and gives you the peace of mind you deserve. I'm going to share with you some insights that make the difference between getting this versus months or even years of struggle in typical swim lessons. I'll be sharing 3 key secrets, including why swim lessons often don't work, how to replace fear with confidence quickly, and the recipe for quick swimming success. I'm Kevin Collister, and these are the same secrets I've used to teach thousands of children to swim in as little as 7 lessons, including children of celebrities and students all over the world who have come to my unique program in Los Angeles for the past several decades. Why my program? I'm not only a swim instructor, I'm also a certified teacher and a scientist. So my method is based on swimming physics and how kids learn. What I'm going to share with you today will surprise you. Before we dive into those secrets, here's the most critical issue: drowning. It's the leading cause of accidental death for children under 5. I witnessed this tragedy when a friend of mine lost his son. The pool was gated, but his little boy followed the dog out the doggy door, and they found him in the pool. It's a parent's worst nightmare, and it's why I'm passionate about helping parents like you. Knowing how to swim is not an option, it's essential. But here's where most parents make a mistake because they simply don't know. They enroll their child in swim lessons and assume they're safe because they've had lessons. Did you know most drownings happen to children who have already taken swim lessons? But their parents mistakenly believe they could swim well enough to save themselves. The problem goes back to a critical mistake that most swim lessons still make. I'm going to help you avoid that. The myth that most parents believe about swim classes are instructors or qualified professionals. There's no qualification for a swim teacher. Many are very young, and some may be good swimmers or good teachers, but most are not both. Next, instructors are good teachers. Sometimes, but not the majority of the time. Instructors are good swimmers. Again, you'd be surprised how many are actually not very good swimmers. Traditional lessons must be the best. Why? Because we've been doing it this way for a long time. Does that mean it's good? And finally, the best approach is to follow other parents. Well, surely they know. Actually, they don't. They're following other parents, or they're going blindly, and so it becomes blind leading the blind. And these myths are why the top 3 things parents tell me when they find my program after having other swim lessons is this. Number 1, I didn't know my child wouldn't be able to swim after all these lessons. Number 2, I wish I had found this program before wasting so much money on other lessons. And third, I had no idea it would take this long to figure out that they haven't made much progress. The myth that most parents believe about themselves is parents think they can't teach swimming correctly. But you can. You just need me to show you how. Parents think they can't teach because maybe they can't swim. You actually don't need to. You're not swimming, your child is. I'll show you what to do. They think maybe they can't handle their child's resistance or fear. Well, parents will have a lot in their life, and this is the best place to do it, and I'm going to tell you why. Next, they think their child will respond better to a teacher. This is actually wrong, and you miss a huge opportunity that, again, I'll share with you. The shocking truth is you should be your child's best swim teacher. You've already been teaching them for years, and you're going to keep teaching them for many more years. You just need the right approach to teaching, and teaching swim specifically. You can do this whether you can swim or not, and it's life changing. You do not want to miss out on this bonus, which I'll describe more later. And I've heard this over and over again from parents over the past nearly 30 years. Many learn to swim in as little as 7 days with this program, and this is the only way you really know what your child is capable of, which you need to know for your peace of mind. Last, it's easy enough to find a pool to use, either in the community, at a club, with a neighbor or relative, etc. So let's dive in with our first secret: why traditional swim lessons fail so often. For so many parents, swim lessons are a frustrating experience. They feel endless, and after spending time, money, and energy, there's little progress to show for it. Now, why is that? The fact is, most swim programs are missing half the essential ingredients for learning to swim. These methods skip critical steps. They teach skills in the wrong order, and they're often filled with time wasting exercises. that don't address what builds a foundation in swimming. So what happens? Well, what happens is this costly cycle of inefficient lessons. When progress stalls, confidence is reduced, and then learning slows, which means you need more lessons, which means increased costs and time. And ultimately, there's no peace of mind for you or your child. Let me give you an example. I've worked with some kids who have taken lessons elsewhere for 3 years, and all they can do is blow bubbles. Think about that. They can't swim yet, but they can blow bubbles. Those are really expensive bubbles their parents paid for. And blowing bubbles sounds like an easy first step, and most swim schools' websites will tell you it's fundamental to swimming. But the truth, it does nothing to help you learn to swim. It's actually a more advanced technique that's useful for longer distance swimming to control breathing. But it's not even intended to keep water out of the nose and mouth. So here's the problem. What happens when you exhale, breathe out while in the water? You sink. So why would lessons encourage kids to exhale and sink fast when learning to swim on top of the water? In addition to panicking, children are sinking. They're running out of breath quickly because they're blowing it all out and they feel like they're going to drown. It makes no sense. Now imagine if, instead of focusing on blowing bubbles, you start with techniques that help them feel secure, such as showing them how they can stay on top of the water while swimming. Now that builds confidence and improves learning. That's where my method comes in. It's designed to get them swimming quickly with a focus on the essential skills that increase their confidence and safety right from the start. Let's talk about the second secret, overcoming fear and replacing it with confidence. For many kids, the water is a scary place. Its unfamiliar sensations trigger anxiety, and then they start to resist. An 8-year-old girl came to me after years of lessons, yet she couldn't put her face in the water. Clearly, she couldn't swim, and years of lessons had just increased her anxiety. You see, most children's learning takes off once they're comfortable putting their face in the water. But traditional lessons ignore how crucial this first step is to building confidence. Kids who are uncomfortable in water spend the entire lessons anxious. They're tense, distracted, and learning nothing because their focus is on their fear. And when lessons don't address this, time and money are wasted, and the child starts associating swimming with stress. That's why I've developed specific techniques to manage this fear, starting with the basics of handling water in the nose, mouth, and eyes. My system includes a series of confidence building exercises that replace anxiety with a sense of accomplishment. And this approach includes teaching keywords and actions that you can use with your child. Certain words, when paired with the right actions, build trust and a sense of predictability. Children know what to expect and feel reassured by the structure. As they practice, they realize they can accomplish difficult tasks. Each success reduces anxiety, so it increases the confidence and boosts the learning. And because they trust you, now they're open to learning future skills. So here's what it looks like. It's actually a decreased investment compared to regular lessons, but with better results. Because gaining confidence quickly leads to reduced anxiety. Trust is built, which then speeds and improves learning, which leads to improved cooperation. So the outcome? Your child is happier, more cooperative, and learns faster. Forcing or bribing don't work, not in swim lessons and not in life. But using a positive, supportive approach strengthens your relationship. You teach them that they can do challenging things and that you're a reliable guide in learning those things. The increased cooperation, confidence, and enjoyment improve both swimming lessons and daily life and creates a child who is more prepared to face other challenges with resilience. Let's discuss the third secret to swimming success, one that most programs completely overlook. That is to have a winning recipe for teaching swimming. A successful swimming program needs 3 ingredients: knowing what to teach, when to teach it, and how to teach it. Many programs miss out on at least one of these, if not all 3. I've had parents bring their children to me after months, even years in other programs. The children were still unable to swim, and it's because programs didn't follow a recipe that works. So, how do you set up your child for swimming success? In education, we use something called scaffolding. This means you offer full support at first and then gradually reduce that support as your child becomes more skilled. For example, I teach hand and body positions that help children find balance and be comfortable in the water. Using specific words and actions help them know what's happening, and then the amount of support is reduced through a progression of steps that allows them to gain confidence. This step by step approach is usually missing in other programs, but it's vital to long term success. Think about it. We wouldn't expect a child to read without first learning letters, sounds, and words in a specific order. That same concept applies here. I had a mother who was a doctor of neuroscience watch her son progress through a series of skills, and afterwards she said, "That was absolute genius." You'll learn how to do this to get extraordinary results in lots of areas of life. Here's why it works and what happens. Next level trust is built during swim lessons because kids are often scared initially of the water. An individual who teaches this way often develops trust that surpasses that of a parent, but that's what you need for the most fulfilling parent relationship. You build trust through consistency. I'll show you what to do and when. You'll find that your kids will cooperate with you in a way that frankly just doesn't happen unless you have an experience like this. You have given your child another great gift. You've taught them about trust, courage, and resilience, and you set up your child for success. Let's recap quickly. Mistake number one is using outdated, ineffective methods. Mistake number two is to have no strategy for replacing fear with confidence. And mistake number three is ignoring the key factor, how. Introducing the Poolproof method. Poolproof is a complete step-by-step program designed for parents like you who want their child to be safe around water. With my system, you'll witness your child not only learn to swim, but most importantly, what to do and have the skills to save themselves if they fell into a pool. You'll gain peace of mind knowing they're safe and prepared in the water. And truly, the bonus, you'll strengthen your relationship as they learn to trust you as never before. With Poolproof, you're gaining a lifetime of tools where you become your child's most trusted and effective swim teacher for a 7-lesson program. Let me show you what you get. Lifetime access to instructional videos breaking down each day's skills and strategy into easy to follow steps. There's a separate video for each of the 7 lessons, plus an introduction video, conclusion video. The videos show exactly what to do step by step with explanations of not only what we're doing, but why. There's a simple checklist each day to follow at the pool. There are troubleshooting tips in the videos, so if any challenges arise, you know exactly how to keep things moving forward. There are examples of how to use the techniques in everyday situations, such as dealing with chores or trying something new. This all ensures success from day one. And you can use this program again and again with any children you have now or in the future, or even teach others using these same proven techniques. Here's what parents are saying about Poolproof. This is the best swim program available. I've recommended Poolproof to all my friends. I couldn't believe the progress in just a few days. Check out the other videos and written testimonials on the website by happy Poolproof parents. How does Poolproof compare to other swim programs? Poolproof and other swim programs are a bit of apples and oranges because with Poolproof, you know the results you're going to get. Your child will be able to swim and complete a fall-in scenario. With other lessons, you have no idea what your child will be able to do, if anything. With Poolproof, you save time because the time frame is set. It's 7 lessons. There's no anxiety about how many weeks or months are going to be wasted. With others, your calendar remains open for an uncertain period because there's no deliverable within a time frame. With Poolproof, there's an endpoint with a result. Poolproof saves you money because the cost is fixed. With others, your wallet remains open indefinitely for ongoing costly lessons, which again may not even produce results. You can save additional money with Poolproof because lifetime access allows you to teach any other children you may have in the future. You can even earn money with Poolproof if you want to teach kids of other parents. The bonus with Poolproof is you have the opportunity to bond with your child in a way that does not exist in other activities. And the other skills I'm referring to, I show you in the videos, and they make parenting so much more enjoyable. All of this and your child's safety is priceless, and you get them all with my program. I'm so confident that Poolproof will exceed your expectations in both swimming skills and your relationship with your child that I'm backing it up with a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Complete the program with your child, and if you're not absolutely thrilled with their progress, just let me know and I'll refund the cost. Have you ever heard of a swim program that guarantees results? That's because no other program works like Poolproof. So click now to get lifetime access to Poolproof. Give your child the gift of swimming. It could be the gift that saves their life. I'll see you in the swim videos.